It's your boy Big Baby. Support sporting icons for latest boxing news. Cheeseburger.
So the UK press conference for Anthony Joshua versus Big Baby Jarrell Miller took place today. In fact, literally a few minutes ago it just finished. And straight off, listen, this is probably the first time that we've tuned into a live stream and it actually started playing on normal time. So congratulations to Matchroom Boxing and Sky Sports for that one. Long may it continue. Very, very short, snappy press conference. Obviously, there's only Joshua and Miller out there. The undercard fighters haven't been announced yet, so they weren't there. They'll probably hold that at a later date when things get announced officially. But it was a very short, to-the-point press conference, and they only allowed Sky Sports News to actually ask a question. Everybody else, I'm presuming that they're all going to have one-on-ones. But Anthony Joshua was quite vocal in this one. Jarrell Miller, not so much, really. In fact, Jarrell Miller only went to the microphone one time, really. But Anthony Joshua was saying how he's going to rearrange his face or reconstruct his face and his body and all that kind of thing. So he's in a bad mood. He don't like Miller. And this is unusual for Anthony Joshua to trash talk that way. And quite clearly, a lot of this is because Jarrell Miller has been acting up over the last few months, ever since the DAZN launch, when Jarrell Miller was insulting Anthony Joshua, or more particularly, Anthony Joshua's mum. Joshua doesn't like this, and this is the kind of thing that Miller would love, because it shows that Miller's starting to get under his skin. Or maybe Joshua is pretending that, or he's giving Miller the impression that he's got under his skin, but really he's not. Because Joshua's a very, very cool character. We've only ever seen him react one time, really, in the ring, which was against Dillian White. But outside of that, he's very, very to the game plan. And I fully expect him to be to the game plan against Miller, but he's fully expecting a knockout. He wants to knock out Big Baby Jarrell Miller. Now, I know some people are not very happy about this fight, but ultimately, Joshua's doing a couple of things here. Number one, this is his third undefeated American fighter that he's faced as champion. Okay, and now he's actually traveling to New York as well. So people can't say he's a UK champion. He's afraid to fight abroad because now he's going to New York in America. Okay, so he's doing all these things. So everything is then, everybody who insults him for not traveling, all that kind of thing, squashed. The level of opposition, Jarrell Miller is ranked, what, top 3, top 4 in 2 of the sanctioned bodies, ranked number 9 in the world by BoxRec, which is an unbiased ranking system. So again, this is Anthony Joshua's another top 10 opponent. Okay, is he the best opponent that Joshua's faced? No, of course he's not. But it's heavyweight, you never know. And Joshua hasn't fought anybody quite like Miller, in the sense of Miller will come forward and quite happily take shots. Okay, and he just keeps on coming. Keeps on throwing punches as well. He doesn't stop throwing punches. He throws more punches per round than arguably any other heavyweight on the planet, potentially rivaling maybe Adam Kownacki, which is his best friend, or a Andy Ruiz Jr. These guys throw more punches per round than any other heavyweight. But Joshua's going to have to be quite clever with this one, because how do you stop a moving tank? Okay, Miller, as we said, he's never been on the canvas in the pro as a boxer, as an amateur in the boxer, or as a pro kickboxer. He's been kicked in the head, all that kind of thing. He's never hit the canvas. Will this be the very first time that he touches the canvas? Not the biggest puncher in the world, but he does carry a lot of power. You imagine 300+ pounds behind a punch. It's going to hurt you. Okay, and he does knock opponents out. He does. Maybe not the biggest puncher that you would possibly imagine because of the size of him, but he's still a very, very big puncher. And if he catches Joshua clean, you never know. But this press conference was, as I said, short, sweet, to the point. I'll put a link to it in the description box. You guys can go over to Matchroom Boxing, give it a watch. And yeah, it was to the point. And as I said, Miller was kind of, I wouldn't say he was humble. He was pretending to snore at times, but he was not as animated as he was in Brooklyn. And as I said to you guys before, when it comes to the UK, I imagine that the press conference will be a little less lively, because Sky Sports, you know what they're like. Oh, I'm sorry for swearing. Oh, I'm sorry for this. Oh, I'm sorry for that. That's kind of what they do. But listen, swearing in press conferences and whatever, listen, it's a boxing match. People are punching each other in the head, which is far more brutal than a couple of swear words. But listen, it was Joshua that was dropping a few bombs here and there, shall we say, as far as the verbals go. How he's going to reconstruct his face. He's definitely going to knock him out, all that kind of thing. So anyway, you drop your thoughts below about the press conference. Click the thumbs up to this video. And of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.